Okay, so for those that have been watching my videos, at least this coming year, I've had some focus issues, and I really was like, I don't understand what's going on, because I've used my Canon R6 with this lens for the past year and a half, and it's been great. And then I did a firmware update, the latest firmware as of shooting, and all of a sudden my focus went to crap. It was just like hunting all over the place. And it was fine if nothing got in the front. Like, you see this camera here? In the front, right? It would like focus on that. So I'd always check, is my eye detection on? Yeah. I'd look over here, which is where I have a screen, and it would lose eye detection. It would find me. It would lose me. So I was like, I don't understand what's going on. So I think I figured it out. So I'm going to show you the one thing that I changed that helps if you guys are using it in a setup like this, where you have stuff that you put out in front of you. See, it shouldn't focus on that because it should see my eye, which is what it's doing now. Yeah. Okay, I'll show you what I did. Okay, it's actually pretty simple. And I have my R7 here because it has the same menu and it has the same features and it has the same kind of settings, right? So I'm just going to bring this here so you guys can see it. And I'm going to turn my camera on. Just wherever it is here, we'll just bring it here to like video, right? You guys can hopefully see that okay. And then we're just going to go into, I'm not as familiar with my R7 here. We're going to go into the menu here, and under autofocus, right? You'll see autofocus right there. We're just going to scroll back. I think it's under the very first one. Yeah, so you got movie servo enabled. Yeah. And then you'll have autofocus area, okay, and it all depends on what settings you have. I have this one set to like this area, this zone, right? That's fine. Set it to go back. Subject tracking, you'll see that of course I have it on. People, yes. Enabled, yes. All good. So where is that? Servo speed auto. There it is. Movie servo autofocus track sensitivity. Click. And here's the one setting. This is the only setting that I've changed, and it seems like it's like super awesome happiness. And it's this one here, movie servo autofocus track sensitivity, and it's on the R6, it's on the R5, it's on the R7. Normally this is set to 0, right in the center, right? And then you have locked on or responsive, and responsive means that it kind of will move and kind of figure out what it thinks it needs to focus on. Now, if I wanted it to be able to focus or hit focus on anything that's kind of in front of camera, I would take that responsiveness and I'd punch it all the way up. And then you would see this thing just kind of bouncing forward and backwards whenever it sees something that it thinks it should be in focus. But that's not what I want. I want it to lock onto me, stay on me. So, coming back in here again, wherever that is, right? Movie servo. You can set it even down further. You can set it to -3, but -2 seems to be good, and that's closer to the locked on section. So play around with it. Play around with your settings, because your scenario may be a little different than mine. I find if you have it at 0 and you're just out and about, day-to-day use where you're shooting people and nobody's really in front of you, and you're doing like just standard photography, or you're doing portrait photos, or you're doing something like that. It's not as if you're holding something up to the camera like this, taking a photo, right? That's more of this kind of scenario. If you're just out, you probably won't even notice this kind of this problem, because it's not something that you'll encounter. But for me, I encounter it. I encountered it a lot. So setting that back down to -2 for me, fix the issue. You can see even on this video, locked on, we're rocking and rolling. That's all I did. And I've done it now to my R6, my R7, and we're happy. All right, guys, I'm going to leave you there. Like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the little notification bell, and we'll see you guys next video. When you guys see this, we'll be getting close to heading to Costa Rica, and you'll see on my R7, I actually have a speed booster, and I have another ring adapter that has a built-in ND filter. So I'm going to be testing those, and you'll see reviews of those coming up as well, because that's nice. All right, guys, talk to you later. I'm out. Bye.